Hello! 8 weeks into the future. Well, about seven since my last one. Uh, and I'm editing the videos uh, to give you guys an update. And I just realized that my last video was prematurely cut off. You guys are kind of left on a cliffhanger where it's like, I'm going to go in and I didn't know that until just now. So, the first part of this video uh, is going to be the rest of what the previous video should have been. I don't know what happened, so I am very sorry. If you watched the video and you're like, what the freak just happened? Like, is this guy crazy? Did he end the review prematurely? Like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. So, we are going to start with what the last video should have had. And I set up an appointment just to get my eyes checked to make sure like that tapping my eye and like uh starting to rub my eye uh didn't damage anything, uh and hopefully it didn't. And oh, that's another thing. So after a week, you're not supposed to be able to touch your eye for a week. So you're not supposed to do makeup, you're not supposed to do showers, you're not supposed to do like anything that would touch the eye for an entire week, for the first week. So we haven't been doing anything, but you're not supposed to go swimming, anything. And then, but it says only for the first week. And when I went in, I asked the doctor how long you would have to wait to do skydiving, swimming, like all makeup, like all the stuff that would affect your eye, like. But because if you go swimming, like the water is like pushing directly on your eye. And she said only a week, and then maybe 2 weeks, so 1 to 2 weeks. And the paper and everything says 1 week. It says do not put on makeup or anything for 1 week. So that means that I should be able to touch my eye. I should be able to rub my eye now because it's been over a week now. It's been a week and a day. Uh, so I should be able to touch my eye. But the doctor, when I spoke to her, said that they don't want you touching your face for 3 weeks. And it's like, okay, so that's another mismatch of information because everything I have says 1 week. The doctor, the same doctor I talked to, by the way, it's the same doctor I talked to when I went for my consultation. And I was told 1 week, maybe two. But now on the phone, when I just called her, she's saying they don't want you touch your face for 3 weeks. And it's like, okay, like, why is everything going from 1 week to 3 weeks? So we just got back from the doctors, and turns out the doctor said I had allergies in my eyes, even though I don't have like regular allergies. He said you can get them in your eyes. So I have another prescription eye drop. Yay! I just got off prescription eye drops, and we immediately get put on another one. So now I have an anti-inflammation and anti-swelling eye drop that I have to take twice a day. At least this one I don't have to take 4 times a day. I only have to take it twice. So once in the morning and once in the afternoon. So got this, and she said hopefully it'll help with the pain because it feels like someone is pushing on my eyes if I don't take my eye drops within like 20 minutes. So she said this should help with that and hopefully help with the dryness. So I don't have to take my eye drops every like 20 minutes. But it cost $80, $81, even after my insurance. So it's expensive. And that's after we already spent $90 or 90 or $99 on the two previous eye drops. So we're up to like 200, well, like $180 on eye drops. And that's a little expensive. Like if I had known it was going to cost me this much, Just in eye drops alone, I probably would have waited until after my payday, because now all this is coming down to my paycheck, and I can't just skip it and be like, you know what? We don't need eye drops. My eyes can just be irritated until payday. Like no, I need my eyes to function. So it would have been very helpful to know about this stuff up front. Uh, so if you don't have $180 that you can spend, then I would not get LASIK. I would wait till you have at least $180 for eye drops. And that's if you have insurance. If you don't have insurance, ooh, it's going to be really expensive. Uh, but they did an eye test. They looked at my eyes. I can see, according to their test, I can see 20/20 vision if I use both eyes. But if I use a single eye, like if I cover an eye, then I can only read the second line down. So I got like horrible vision whenever I use a single eye. But if I use both, I got 20/20. And they said nothing's wrong with the part they did surgery on. Uh, I just got like redness and bumpiness underneath my eyelid for this eye, which is, she said, is from allergies, which is why we now have this. So we only had to take this for a week. So hopefully that solves it and my eyes go back to normal. And then she still wants me to take the eye drops every hour for the next 2 weeks, so 3 weeks altogether. So now that we just took these, we just got home and took these, and so far they help. Like the pressure is gone, but the pressure disappears whenever I put any eye drops on. uh, So we'll see how long this lasts. Usually it's only 20, like 10 to 20 minutes before the pressure comes back with the artificial tears. But this is supposed to take it away, I assume, for 12 hours if we only take it twice a day. So we'll see. We'll see in 20 minutes if the pressure comes back. And then, other than that, ooh, tomorrow, this is going to be interesting. I am driving all the way from Dallas, Texas to central Pennsylvania. Du Bois, Pennsylvania to be exact. But if you probably don't know where that's at, but it's like in a little down from the center of Pennsylvania. So that's a 24-hour drive, including gas breaks uh, and bathroom breaks. But that's not including sleeping. So it's 24 hours straight through, 5 hour energies for the win. And we're doing that tomorrow. So that is going to be interesting. Trying to take prescription eye drops that I can't just be like dropping all over the place until it hits my eye. Because I don't want to run out of prescription eye drops, especially $80 ones. So that's going to be interesting. We have practiced taking eye drops in the car, and it is possible for me to do it. Yes, I have to like lean on my seat and then put my head up. As long as my back is on the seat, my body doesn't shake, and I can actually do it. So we are going to be able to take the eye drops, but I don't know how well this is going to go when we're driving 24 hours. First of all, and second of all, like having to pull out the side of the road and like take them with like cars driving by and like a big rigs drive by, that's gonna shake my vehicle. Oh, this is gonna be so interesting. But we do that tomorrow, so we'll see. Okay, well, that didn't take long. Not even 10 minutes later. About 6 to 8 minutes later, it is back. The pain is back, but it's changed. This time, it feels like someone's pushing in from the angle, and like pushing, like angle and back, like they're pushing forward, trying to pop my eye out of my head instead of in it. So the medication changed it, but it's actually worse pain now than it was before. And it came back within less than 10 minutes. So we'll see how this turns out. So we just took our regular tears after 2 hours. So I wanted to give a quick update and say that, oh my God, that medicine, the one that we just bought, is like a wonder drug. Like, so the last update I said, it hurt worse than the previous drugs, but that must have been it working. Ooh, I got tears on my. Because after about 10 minutes of it hurting, I went and I loaded my car up with all my stuff. Well, most of my stuff. So most of my stuff is gone now. And like, it went completely away. The pain went away. My vision cleared up as clear as it's ever been. Like, even for the past week, like my vision has kept going blurry 90% of the time. But just one drop of that medicine, and bam, my vision is crystal clear. And I didn't have to take an eye drop for 2 hours. It was almost 6 when we took that medicine, and now it's almost 8, 2 hours later. And I didn't have to take any teardrops, anything. My eyes didn't hurt, nothing. And my vision didn't go blurry, so I don't know how that stuff works, but like I should have been on that the whole freaking time because it's wonderful. This is like that's the first time I have not needed to take eye drops every half an hour or felt like I had to take it every 10 minutes. So, don't know what it is, but it works. Okay, so we are in Pennsylvania. We have arrived, and ooh, trying to put eye drops in a full car is kind of interesting and difficult. I do not recommend it. So I ended up going and doing it at rest stops only because that was basically the only safe way that I could do it. So we did it at rest stops, but rest stops can take 2 to 3 hours just to find the next one. So we ended up having to skip a couple drops and wait like 2 hours instead of 1 hour. So my eyes were kind of yelling at me uh, basically the whole trip. But we did put the drops in. It just wasn't every hour. And we did make it to Pennsylvania. It was kind of interesting trying to get everything focused and stuff because and I had to drive with my sunglasses on even when the sun wasn't out. Like even though the sun wasn't out like the entire trip, because it was cloudy out the entire way, I still had to have my sunglasses on in order for things to be focused, to be clear. Because if I took off the sunglasses, there was just too much light entering my eyes, and it made my eyes hurt and made everything go blurry. But with the sunglasses, we were able to see. So I drove like the whole way until it got dark out with sunglasses on. And 2 week video. So we just took the final round of these. It has been a week, so we no longer have to take these prescriptions. So that is awesome. And, so we're back to just the teardrops. And my eyes, I just put the eye drops in, so oh. Uh my eyes are still bloodshot, but they are looking a lot better. So that one is still pretty big, but it looks like like you can see some white lines in between the red ones now, so it looks like it's starting to go away finally. And then this one is healing up pretty well, actually. This one's almost completely healed. So hopefully by the end of next week, it'll be completely healed and the redness will finally be gone. Because the end of next week is 3 weeks. So they said it could take 2 to 3 weeks for the redness to go away. So it's been two. So hopefully the end of next week it's completely healed. As far as my vision goes, my vision still gets a lot better once I use these, but my eyes used to have like a yellowish tint underneath my eyelid, but it doesn't have a yellow tint now, except for maybe right there. So I'm hoping whatever was wrong with them is healed now and my vision actually goes back to normal. Cause it's been 2 weeks and I still need eye drops every like half an hour. So every half an hour, uh, I need to put in eye drops. Or if I choose not to, it feels like someone's pushing on my eyeball and like pushing like right here until I put eye drops in. Then I put eye drops in and everything goes back to normal. So we're still needing eye drops every half an hour just to keep from getting a headache and feeling like someone's pushing on my eyeballs. So I'm hoping over the next week, uh, since we're going on our third week, that I can at least go down to every hour instead of feeling like I need to do it every half an hour. Uh, so I don't know. I mean, it doesn't feel normal. To be going into the third week and still need eye drops all the time. It kind of feels like I'll never be able to stop taking eye drops. It feels like I'll be taking eye drops for the rest of my life, uh, which I really hope isn't the case. So that's something that they failed to mention whenever I went in for my consultation. So if you're going to be getting LASIK, ooh, be prepared for at least 3 weeks of eye drops every half an hour. uh, so, but other than that, we just gotta wait. So, we'll give another update after another week. So, after the third week, and we'll see if my eyes heal. And if I can stop using eye drops. I don't know if they'll make me go back on these. We have our follow up in like a week or two. I think a week and a half, I think. To see if my eyes are back to healing. So we got a week without prescription eye drops. We'll see how that goes. We'll see. And so I will give you an update next week.